Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Happy, Healthy, Whole. And I want to talk to the ladies out there. Guys, if you want to listen in, that's fine. But this conversation here is for the ladies. And there may be some guys that commit this fallacy as well, but it is mostly an issue with the ladies. Listen, y'all, I had a friend of mine. She was dating a guy, a really nice guy. I didn't hear anything wrong about him in the conversation. The only thing that she can find wrong was, I don't really doesn't feel like I thought it would feel. I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like she couldn't even complete that statement. All she knows is that she didn't feel. I was like, well, what did he do to make you not necessarily feel? He hadn't done anything. He's actually perfect. He does this, he pays for our trips, he does this, he does that. He takes care of his kids, he's a responsible man, he owns property, he has a passport, he's well traveled, speaks more than one language. I was like, I'm waiting on it. I don't know, I just don't feel like he's the one. Okay. Let me tell y'all something about this feeling. When we were young, we all got this euphoric feeling when we watched Cinderella for the first time, when we watched any love story, when we were 7, 8, or 9, maybe even 10. But by the time you were 12, you kind of knew that TV was TV and life was life. Well, for some people. Some people still don't know that at 12 or 13. But for a woman in her 40s or her 50s to be searching for that feeling of euphoria that you felt when you were a child, when you watched a love story or a fairy tale, it's not going to happen in real life, ladies. That's not how it happens. It's not some magic feeling. He's not going to walk in the room and there's going to be a halo over him and this and that. And if he does walk in the room and it's a white light around him, girl, he might be killing people on the weekend. I'm here to tell you, I watch a lot of Dateline, and all of the women that end up having husbands that were so perfect and their knight in shining armor when they first met them, that came in and saved them, was killing bitches on the weekend. I'm telling y'all, some people was killing people for 30-something years and they couldn't catch him because he's over here making her feel something. And he is crazy as they come. Okay? All right, let's break this down. On average, there are really 3 things that you need to be concerned with when you're meeting somebody. You need to be concerned with the level of communication. Communication's key. You have to be able to talk to the person. You have to enjoy talking to the person. If you don't enjoy talking to them or interacting with them, that's a no-go. Because you got to talk. You have to build everything else on the ability to communicate. Everything else stems from that. The next thing is sexual compatibility. You got to make sure that he can satisfy you. I'm talking to the ladies, and men, if there are men listening, you got to make sure she's satisfactory to you. If there's just one more, if she just did this one thing, if she don't do it, leave her alone. You're not sexually compatible. Okay? So what I said, communication, sexually compatible, and you got to like being around each other. You can't be constantly waiting for that man to go to work or go somewhere to hang out with his friends. You can't be sitting around. You ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't got nobody to call. You ain't got no... And the reason why I felt like I could spend my life with the person I thought that I could, It was because even when he made me mad, I still wanted to be around him. I still wanted to spend time with him. I still wanted to interact with him. People are going to irritate you. They're going to agitate you. They're going to get on your nerve because you are two individuals. Okay? And if this is your second time around, then you already grown and stuck in your ways and this, that, and the third. And you get me? So people are going to get on your nerve. They're going to irritate you. But if they irritate you to the point to where you just don't want to see them no more, you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to interact with them. I already said we building everything else on the communication. And if you are irritated to that point that you just can't stand being around them, you got to let them go. You can't have sex with somebody you don't want to be around. And you can't communicate with somebody you don't want to be around. So those are the three main things, ladies. It's not going to be some knight in shining armor that's going to come in and make you feel like you are 7 years old again and watching Cinderella for the first time, or whatever movie did it for you. That's not real. It's not a realistic. And when she could never really put her finger on what he didn't make her feel, I was like, you're chasing something that's not even real. You can't even put it into words. And she may have felt that when she was 16, and she may have even felt it at 21 with some guy. That's going to happen when you're young. When you're younger, you might feel those feelings of euphoria. And we are all blinded by love at some point. But as a woman, and as a woman of a particular age, honey, don't be chasing feelings. Chase compatibility, chase communication, chase enjoyment of time spent. If you don't have those things, it's nothing. It's just like the Anita Baker song, Fairy Tales. She said, my mama had told me he was going to come and slay all dragons, defeat the evil prince, and everything. She never told me we would cry, curse, scream out loud. She never said that one day he would say goodbye. Okay? That's the truth of the matter. So ladies, just be a little bit more realistic in your pursuit of happiness, so to speak. Because it's not going to be some magical feeling that you're going to feel that's going to make you say, hey, this guy is the one. Or, hey, this guy is the guy that I can spend my life with. It doesn't normally happen that way. It may happen for some people, maybe, because they live in an alternate type of world. I don't know. But for the most part, stop chasing feelings that you cannot describe in words and that you haven't felt in years, because you may never feel those again. Okay?